Titan is going into the Destiny content vault in November as part of the content tidy up for Beyond Light. Sloane, the literal Titan on Titan, has been a great character, and with the arrival of the Darkness this season, it signalled her to go into full combat mode. So, with the release of the book of Duress and Egress, we got to know what happened to Sloane, and it's definitely a heroic story. So the following is a look at Sloane's lore from the book of Duress and Egress from Season of Arrivals. And if you're new around here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content, and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, first of all, let's remind ourselves of who Sloane is. Sloane first contacted the Guardian and their ghost when they arrived in orbit around Titan after leaving the farm in the vanilla Destiny 2 story. She served as a voice of reason between the Guardian and Commander Zavala, who was still shaken by the loss of the city. Sloane informed the Guardian of the tasks at hand to get the station operational, prepare the Guardian fleet, decrypt the Red Legion transmissions, and ultimately plan a counter-offensive. Initially, Sloane tasked the Guardian with clearing out the command centre. Once that was done, she guided them through the chore of getting the power back online, along with Zavala and Amanda Holliday needing a Golden Age CPU to crack some high-priority Red Legion communications. She next instructed them to the Arcology, an area infested with Hive. Upon recovering the computer system, Sloane then informed the gathering Guardians of the threat posed by the Cabal's superweapon, the Almighty. She felt the situation to be hopeless, but Zavala disagreed. At one point, she briefed a group of rather cocky Guardians who were preparing to undertake a mission against the Hive, and in addition, Sloane relayed the last transmission before the Sunbreakers were overrun and destroyed, as well as reports of the Fallen abandoning the Cosmodrome. Well, that's a reminder of who Sloane is, and first up, let's go over Sloane Overseer from the book of Duress and Egress. Deputy Commander Sloane watched the overloaded Vanguard skiff dip close to the waves. "Watch it," she barked to the communicator as the craft straightened out. "That's liquid methane down there. If it don't kill you, the Leviathan will." "Come on, ain't no Leviathan," the pilot said, his voice crackling. He was some boy from the city who couldn't have been more than 17 years old. "If that's methane, how come you don't even got a helmet on?" Sloane grinned. She wasn't used to backtalk. "Because I moisturise, short timer," Sloane said, and squelched the comms. A fallen ketch screamed overhead, and Sloane was on the catwalk outside the rig in a flash. She bellowed at the men working on the deck to cover her clear of the cargo as she drew her scout rifle and dropped to her knee. The first few dregs were dead before they hit the ground, but the winds whipping off the seas sent her next shot wide. She figured the landing party would go for the cargo shuttle over her men, so she spun to take a sightline towards the craft, but the things were charging for the supplies instead. She cursed and leapt over the railing, landing like a crash of lightning. Her earpieces sprang to life. "Sirens watch! This is a supply craft of Vienna Stinger, looking for a place to put down." "Landing pad 5, south side," she shouted over the crack of her rifle. "Offload what you brought, and I'll have a supply team swing by in a minute." She plugged 2 more dregs, and the ketch's engine changed from a roar into a whine. A half-hearted volley of wire rifle fire splattered the landing pad from the ketch as it blasted away. Sloane called out to her team. No fatalities, nothing taken but 2 crates of fresh supplies, and she ordered the team to the next landing pad and began climbing the long stairs back to her perch. They hadn't hit while they were loading the Golden Age technology for a shipment back to the city, and they were after supplies. They were leaving. She looked up to the pyramid in the sky and frowned. The door to her office closed and sealed with a hiss. A soft blue light on the panel promised the seal was airtight, and Sloane walked across the room to watch the seas through an open hole blown in the side of her rig. Next up, we've got Sloane Wavebreaker. So Deputy Commander Sloane was in a foul mood, and Amanda Holliday, bless her heart, had no idea. Titan's waves crashed relentlessly around the massive support struts of Siren's Watch, and were things different, a crew would be down there right now, swinging between the mammoth legs, working to repair and stabilise. But things weren't different. "You can throw together a box girder and reinforce it, no problem," Amanda said. "You can, I can't," said Sloane. While she had built a few walls, Amanda had an enviable engineering background to fall back on, though it seemed she wasn't much of a teacher. Amanda's hologram slurped ramen. "How long do you need it to last for?" "Long enough to get it out of my mind," said Sloane. "Since it started wobbling, I haven't even had time to worry about the pyramid." "Small favours," chirped Amanda. Sloane ran a hand over her coarse hair. "Come on," Amanda groaned. "You're sitting on a mess of Golden Age technology on Titan. There's got to be an engram with a bridge inside it." Sloane stared flatly. That might actually be true, but Sloane didn't have time to hunt for lost technology. "Make a wavebreaker then. Tetrapods bolted against the strut, or better yet, something out in the sea to break the wave early. If you can't take it when it hits you, you go out and hit it before it gets started, like this." Amanda leaned forward and did something with her ramen bowl that Sloane obviously couldn't see. "You're not looking," Amanda said, and tilted her bowl forward just enough to spill her broth over her desk. She cried out with laughter. "I'm hanging up now," said Sloane. After a cheery wave at Amanda's melodramatic pout, she did. The hologram faded out, leaving Sloane in the dark, and she stayed there for a long time. And next up we got the final entry, that's Sloane Riastrad. After she watched the Guardian's ship roar off Titan for the last time, Deputy Commander Sloane went into her office and put on the Golden Age technology she had claimed from the Hive. The heavy power source hung from her shoulder like a bandolier. She draped it across her neck and stepped into the suit, vast and clumsy. As she bowed her head into the grey hood, a view screen appeared before her. She did not understand the language, not yet, but chose the green option. With a hiss, the suit conformed to her shape. It was heavy, but she had a full range of movement. She focused on her arm, concentrated, and the material scabbed into thick armour plates. That was something. She tried to form arc energy, but the suit blocked her light, or perhaps it would have to learn how to flex her light through the suit. She selected another option with her eyes and selected again to confirm. There was no pain as she felt the suit's snake-cold tube through her side to course somewhere near her stomach, and that answered a few of her questions. Sloane lurched outside. There was a storm. Like Titan, it was trying to drive off the invader that sat lazily in its sky, and she walked into the gale and the rain beaded on her second skin. Each step was easier than the last as the suit adjusted to her gait. A symbol flashed and a hive thrall charged her. She gripped it by its neck and arm before tearing it apart. It was so easy. She laughed then, and the suit interpreted it as a battle cry and amplified it, broadcasted it. The sound echoed off the discarded shipping container as the rainy landing pads echoed through Siren's watch and up towards the pyramid. Lightning flashed in the sky and the storm raged on. Well, really interesting stuff there from Sloane, and it seems like she's taking matters into her own hands and she's going to face off against the pyramid herself. Well, let me know down there in the comments what you think of Sloane's story. And that's it for this look at Sloane's lore in the book of Duress and Egress in Season of Arrivals. And thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, liking and sharing would really help me out. Otherwise, check out these other videos on the channel. Thanks again, I'll see you in the next video.